Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. And today we are going to be making a rose diamond. So this really pretty rose, and this is another easy diamond that we're making, just kind of like last week. It's only 4 colors, and we are dealing with 2 colors a lot of the way until we get to row 18, and then we work in our pinks right after that. So this is going to be um, an interesting one here. So we are going to get started on this, and we are going to start out with our green, and I'm going to use this green. And we are going to chain 2 to start with. And then in the second chain from the hook, we are going to put a single crochet and 2 doubles in that same chain. This is also row 1. Row 1 consists of 1 square, which is 1 falling leaf stitch, a single crochet, and 2 doubles. So there's row 1. Let's chain 2 and turn for row 2. And row 2, we start again in the second. We were always going to start in the second chain from the hook, okay, to start our square. So again, we're going to put the falling leaf stitch in that second chain from the hook, and then we're going to skip the next 2 stitches, and in the last stitch, which is always a single crochet, you will put the falling leaf stitch in there. And this is row 2. In row 2, we have 2 squares. So every row, it's going to go up by 1 square. Row 3 will be 3 squares. Row 4 will be 4 squares, so and so forth. Now row 3, let's chain 2 and turn. We're going to add in our color blue in this row, but we are always going to start and end in this pattern with a green. So it'll always start out with a green and it'll end with a green. All right, and I'm going to make the second double crochet and not finish it. So I just went through 2 and I still have 2 to go through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this blue and finish it with that blue so that I'm ready for my next color. So again, we're going to skip the first 2, the next 2 stitches, which are doubles, and in this single right here, we're going to put our blue square. And I forgot that I also need to make sure that I'm bringing this green with me because I need that green square at the end. All right. And then so we're just going to leave this blue right here, bring up the green. We're switching over to green, and then put our green square in and the end. And now we have 3 squares. And for row 3. Now row 4, we're going to chain 2 and turn. And we're going to start our square in a second chain from the hook. And this time we need 2 blue in the middle of the 2 greens. So I'm going to switch over to my blue. I kind of want to tug that, and we're going to put 2 blues in here. And now I'm going to switch over to the green. And then I'm going to put a green one in the end. Which is the last stitch. Just make sure that when you're done with this row, you have 4 squares. So it's a green, 2 blue, and a green, okay? And now we're going to start. So I don't get lost, I want to mark off row 1, row 2, row 3, and row 4. Now, believe me, it don't take much for me to get lost. So, row 5 is next. Let's chain 2 and turn. Now that you've got the concept, I'm going to speed up a little bit. So this video don't take me so long. Alright. So we're going to start with the green. And in row 5, we have 3 blue in between the greens. So we want to make sure we put 3 blues in there. And you're carrying your green because you need it at the end of the row. And now we're going to switch over to green. And that is what row 5 looks like. Alright, so far so good. Chain 2 and turn. This is easy peasy. So this one is going to be so easy. I think it's going to be even easier than the ladybug. But I thought the ladybug was pretty easy. So this will be interesting. So row 6, we need 4 blue between the greens. So right now we're just dealing with blue and green. And we're going to be doing this for 18 rows. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And switch over to our green. And there's row 6. So let's mark out 5 and 6 so we can stay on track. And we'll do 7 and 8. Since these are really easy, we'll do 2 rows at a time before we mark them off. Alright, so let's chain 2 and turn. And we'll start our square in that second chain from the hook as usual. And then switch over to blue. And in row 7, we need 5 blues between the 2 greens. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. And then we'll switch back to our green. And there's row 7. So let's go to row 8, chain 2 and turn. And we're going to, of course, start it out in the second chain from the hook again. In row 8, we're going to need 6 blues in between the 2 greens. So this is 4, 5, 6. Alright, so there's 8 rows. This is what 8 rows looks like. I'm telling you, if you're a beginner, this is a good one for you to learn this technique. Alright, so chain 2 and turn. In row 9, we need 7 blues in between the greens. That's where she's been. Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is 7. And then we're going to switch over to green. And finish that off. So that's row 9. And row 10, chain 2 and turn. 10, you're going to put 8 blues in between the greens. Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Switching back to green. And now we have 10 rows done. And that's what it looks like. Let's mark off 9 and 10. It's going to start getting a little bit. We're going to start the leaves here pretty soon of the rows. So chain 2 and turn. We have one more row of just this like we've been doing. So we're in row 11, we need 8 blues in between the 2 greens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I didn't count that right, I bet. That's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait a minute, what happened? 1. Did I not put them in the right places? Oh, the first one. I didn't put the first one in the right one. Hang on a minute. Yes, I did. That goes here. It's supposed to be 9, not 8. Oh no, it's 8, and then we're going to put 2 green at the end. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. All right, so there was 3. I did do it right. Four, 5, 6, guess we're starting the stems and the leaves right now. So here is 8 blue. Now we're going to switch over to green, and we're going to put 2 green at the end. And we're going to chain 2 and turn. And row 12, we're going to start out with our square. And then we're going to put, so it's 1 green, 1 blue, and then switching back to green, it's 1 green again, and then we're going to switch back to blue and do 8 blue and 1 green at the end. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we're going to switch over to our green and finish it off. Alright, so there is row 12. So let's mark off 11 and 12. And then 13, we're going to chain 2 and turn. And start our square. And a second chain from the hook. Our green square, that is. And then we need to switch over to blue. And we're going to do 9 blue. Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then we're going to switch over to our green. And the next 3 we're going to do green, blue, green. Or the last 3. Uh-oh. I did not carry that blue with me. I need to carry that with me. Where are you? There you are. There's row 13. So I'm going to mark these off one at a time now. Alright, so row 14. We're going to chain 2 and turn. We need to start out row 14 with 3 green. So there's 1, 2. We're going to bring up this blue and carry this on this 3rd green here. And 3. Now we need 1 blue. And then back to our green. We need 2 green. And then our blue. Now we need 7 blue and a green, and that will finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Switching over to our green. And that is row 14 finished. Mark it off. We're going to chain 2 and turn. And start into our 2nd chain from the hook with 1 green. And then switching over to blue. And then we need 7 blue. Hang on a minute. All right, so there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, now we're going to switch over to green, and we need 3 green, so there's 1, 2, 3, and then 3 blue and a green will finish it off. So there's 1, 2, and this is 3, and then switch for our last stitch in green. All right, and then that is row 15. We're going to chain 2 and turn. And we need 1 green and then 1 blue in row 16. And now we need 7 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Switching over to blue, and we need 6 blue and a green, and that's going to finish off this row. So 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is 6. Switching over to our green now. That is row 16. Alright, row 17. We're going to chain 2 and turn. Starting with our green, and we're going to switch over to blue for 7 blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alright, and now we need to switch over to our green, and now we need 7 green, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is 7. And then we just need 1 blue and 1 green, and that'll finish off this row. Dang it, I need to bring that green with me. There we go. Alright, so that is row 17. We will be back for row 18. Okay, so row 18, we're going to chain 2 and turn.
So all that.
Vince, And we're going to start with one green, and then we're switching over to blue, and we need one blue. And then switch back over to green. And now we need one green again. And we need 3 blue next. I didn't do that right. Let's switch over right. Yeah, a minute. All right. Now we need 3 blue. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Switching over to our green, we need 3 green. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then let's switch back over to our blue, and we need 3 blue again. So 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm going to go for pink here. Switch over to pink. And I need 3 of these, 3 pinks. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Really love that pink with that blue and green. That's pretty. Alright, and now we need to go back to our blue and leave that pink there. And now we need 2 blue and a green, and that'll finish off this row. And that is what row 18 looks like. And we've started our rows. Love that pink. All right. we're going to chain 2 and turn. And start our green square, switching over to blue, and we need 2 blue, and we're going to switch to pink, and we need 4 pink, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we got to switch back to the blue. We're going to leave this pink behind. We need 6 blue next. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Switching over to green. We need 2 green. So there's 1, 2. And the last 4, we're going to do blue, green, blue, green. So there's blue and green. Switching back to blue. And do blue and green again to finish it off with. Alright, so there is row 19 finished. And row 20 coming up. Chain 2 and turn. So row 20, we're going to start out with 4 green. So there's 2. We're going to bring this blue up here on the 3rd one and carry that with us. 3, and 4. And then we're going to switch over to blue and put 2 blue in. So there's 1, 2, back to our green, and we'll put a green in. And then back to our blue. So it's 2 blue, 1 green, 3 blue. 1, 2, and 3. So now we're going to bring our pink down. We need 7 pink. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we're going to switch over to blue. And then we need 2 blue and a green to finish this off. And there we have it so far. Alright, so that is row 20, and we need to go to the next page. Alright, row 21. There it is. Alright. Chain 2 and turn. We're going to start out with 1 green. And then we need 2 blue. then we're going to switch over to the pink, and we need 8 pink. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And this is 8. And we're going to switch over to blue. I'm just going to leave this pink behind. We're done with that. We need 8 blue and 2 green to finish this off. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Switching over to our green and finishing off with 2 greens. All right, that is row 21. Row 22, chain 2 and turn. We are going to start out with 4 green on row 22. So there is, this is 2. 3. I'm bringing up this blue on this 4th one so I can have it. We're going to switch off to that blue. And we need 2 blue. So there's 1. 2. Switching back to our green, we need 1 green. And then switching back to our blue, we need 3 blue. So 1, 2, and 3. So we need our pink then, and we need 3 of these pinks. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we need our dark pink. So we're just going to leave this. Oh, hang on. That pink's going to stay there. And all right, we are needing 5 dark pink. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Leaving that behind, we need to switch to our blue. And we need 3 blue and a green, and that'll finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, and 3. All right. So that is row 22. Row 23. We're going to chain 2 and turn. And we're going to start with 1 green and switch over to blue. And now we need 3 blue. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So we're switching off to our pink up here. And we'll bring this pink up here. And we are needing 5 pink. So there's one. Bring this dark pink with us on this second pink. Two. Three. Four. And five. So then we need to bring into the dark pink, and we need two dark pink next. So there's one and two, and then we're going to switch back over to the pink and put two pink in. Leave that dark pink behind. So there's one and two. Switch over to the blue. And leaving the pink behind, we need three blue. So there's one, two, and three. And then we're going to leave that behind because we're going to finish this off with 7 green. So there's one, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Alright, and there is row 23 finished. So row 24, we're going to chain 2 and turn. And we're going to start out with 2 green. So there's 1, 2, and then we're going to bring our blue down. We are needing 2 blue, so there's 1, and 2, and then we're going to bring in our green, and we're going to put 5 green in, So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. And switching back to the blue, we need 1 blue, and then we need to go to pink. So we need 3 pink, so there's 1, 2, and 3. So green, blue, pink, and then we need our dark pink, and we need 1 dark pink, and then we're switching over to our pink again. And we need 6 pink. I'm leaving that dark pink behind there, right there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright, now we're going to switch over to our blue. And we need 3 blue and a green, and that'll finish off this row. I'm leaving the pink behind though. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so there is row 24, and that's finished. 25. Alright, we're going to chain 2 and turn. And we're going to start out with one green at the beginning. And then we're going to switch over to blue. And we need one blue. And then, no, we need three blue. And now we're going to switch over to pink. And we need three pink. So there's one, two, and three. Now we're going to need the dark pink and bring it down. And we need one dark pink here. And then we're going to switch back over to our pink. And we need three pink again. So one, two, and three. And then we're going to go back to our dark pink again. And we're going to put one dark pink here. Leave it behind, go back to our pink. And we need two pink. We're just carrying the blue and the green right now. And you, oh goodness. And you want to take your time to really pull those to make sure they're kind of taut. Not too tight, but taut. Alright, so we have the two pink. We're going to leave that pink behind and go to blue. And now we need one blue. Switch over to our green. And we need two green. And then back to our blue. And we need two blue. So there's one, going to back to our green, and we need a green and a blue next. So green, blue. And we're going to switch back to our green again. And the last 4 will be green. So there's 2, and this is 3, and 4. Alright, so this is so far our flower, our rose. And we've got the leaves coming up here, and this is looking pretty cool. Alright, so this is row 25, and at row 25 you should have 25 squares. This is half the diamond done. When we come back, we will be decreasing on both ends, and we will start row 26 tomorrow and do the other half of our diamond. I hope you guys are having fun with these diamonds, as much fun as I'm having making them and coming up with them. I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye-bye now.